Good morning, it's your girl. And today, I just want to talk. So if you want to listen, stay tuned right after this.
To over to the coast of Russia, just to be careful, because we can't let people throw around that word. I call it the N word. There are two N words, and you can't use either of them.
Everybody, how y'all doing? I just want to talk because it's just like so much to consistently report about the most disrespectful president to date. My cousin would tell you, nah, it was the baby Bush. He was the most disrespectful. He was. But this president takes the cake from everybody. Whatever anybody did, even Nixon. He's worse than Nixon. Look, I told you guys last week about the meeting of Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War. That's a problem in itself. The secretary, he wants to be called the Secretary of War because that's what they want to change the Pentagon's name to. You cannot make this shit up. You can't. And I think the wildest thing is that they blame everyone but themselves. Republicans. I used to have respect for you guys, but now you guys are a bunch of kiss-ass pieces of shit. You just roll with anything. I don't give a shit what kind of dirt he has on you. I know you got dirt on him. Like, you really gonna sit there? The American people voted to have you there, and you're doing absolutely nothing. The next time you guys vote, don't get you no old ass person. If their ass is older in their 70s, they can't have a job. That means they're so far out of tune. It's crazy. Because look, this slow ass president we have had he did so many things, but he had a parade for his birthday. What was it, like $43 million birthday? And you want to cut programs? Make it make sense. And all you slow ass people sipping this damn Kool-Aid, put the drink down. Put down the drink. Because no matter what he does, and then there's people I even see like on social media defending some of the things he said. Now look, this last thing he said of the video I played earlier, that like puts the cherry on top now. Like, the destruction is done. That's the cherry on top. Everything they say is so far-fetched. They don't even understand what woke is, what most of the country is coming to. MAGAs, white supremacists, you motherfuckers, I don't know where the hell you live, because guess what? It's in La Land. It's make-believe. You worry about black people so much when you guys are the ones that have destroyed the world. The hell with just America, the world. Everywhere a white man has stepped and colonized, he has destroyed. I guess they ain't gonna leave good old America alone. All the stuff keeps just adding up. And it's like the things they lie about is crazy. You want to hear one of the wildest things I actually just found out that they lied about? I had a feeling because I don't like doing ancestry DNA tests. Did you know that all these testing organizations, all of them, had to sign an NDA, right? Saying when it's a person of color or an African American or a Black American, never include in the indigenous part. Never to include it. Still to this day, when you guys do those ancestry things and they say Africa, that's not accurate. It's not. It's made up, a lot of it. If there's any African DNA in Black indigenous Americas, it's about real talk. And it's no disrespect to Africans. Everybody do their thing. But we've been lied about where we come from. It's here. Let me tell you a little bit. At one point, all the continents were connected. Then they broke apart. So wherever people were on that part, that's where they were. That's where they lived. That's where they were indigenous to. Another thing they lied about, and why you can't go to some parts of Grand Canyon, is because there are pyramids over here. There are Egyptians and all kinds of things buried here. How, Sway, if we're not indigenous to this continent? We are. We indigenous everywhere, to be honest. But the mere fact that they lied to us about being indigenous Americans is crazy. I have a few degrees under my belt. And the more I learn, I kind of want to throw them away almost, even my high school diploma, because I feel like so lied to, so betrayed. Now, think about this. Why would they lie about people that were already here? Why would they hide the fact that Black Americans are really Native Americans, the indigenous people to this land? This is why there is no deportation for the indigenous people of this land. Then they try to group us all together so they could keep the other Black people that they brought over here. Yeah, this is crazy. There's no disrespect to anybody, but you know how many times I heard, oh, you guys don't have culture, this, that, and the other? What do you mean we don't have culture? They stripped everything away from us. Everything. Our language. We had to come up with a whole new language. Our culture. We had to create our own. We're the only people in the world that have done that. Everybody else got culture from ancestors, not us. They hid it. They didn't want us to know how dope we are. And it's not even a brag, it's real shit. Think about it. Let's just be real. Everything you use, everything. You open your refrigerator today, turn on your fucking AC, your heat, drove your car, use your cell phone, use Wi-Fi, comb your hair, brush your hair, you name it. Black, indigenous Americans created it, period. You like country music? We made that shit too. White people, you don't own shit, you stole it. Real country music got the soul of those people that was in the goddamn fields picking cotton, corn, strawberries, nuts, fucking apples, peaches, pears. It wasn't somebody who sat on a fucking pickup truck and beat their wife in a t-shirt they now call a wife beater. Man, the more and more I think about how much they lied, it just vexes me all over again. Like all the immigrants that came in here, they got a pass on a lot of things. When they say they didn't and they just worked hard, no, they got a pass. I remember 7 years, no taxes. Imagine what you could do if you didn't have to pay taxes for 7 years. The things they lied about is crazy. But Cat Williams, this is why I love this dude. Well, I loved him before that anyway. Him and Bernie Mac is two of my favorite comedians. Bill Burr. It's a few, but those are like my three. He said, if you think this is something, wait until you see what gets uncovered. Because he said, the liar knows the lies he's told. We didn't know. But you know who else knew? And they killed him for it? Malcolm X. He found out we were the indigenous people. You know why? When he took that trip to Mecca, those people told him. Everybody around the world knew but us. That shit pisses me off. You don't even understand. I'm smiling. But inside, boy, I'm gritting my teeth and balling up my fists like, what? And still, after all of this, Black Americans still are friends with white people, have children with white people, go to church, hang out with them, smile with them, laugh with them, because we don't have a hateful bone in our body. We don't hate you. We dislike racism. Just imagine if we, Black indigenous people, wanted revenge. I can tell you right now, it'll be a lot of empty cities, towns, suburbs, a lot. But that's not in our DNA. You see what is in our DNA, right? We're physically superior. When it comes to athletes, when you argue about who's the best, we are always at the top of the key. In medicine, all the procedures you're getting, all of those procedures, a lot of them came from us, especially laser eye surgery. We've done so much. Literature, we've wrote some of the most profound things. Music is all ours. Almost every genre is ours. Almost every genre. Black indigenous people created their own language, their own culture, because it was stolen. We did that. There's no other group of people that have ever done that. We're also the only group of people that fight for people who can't stand us, even people who look like us, who feel like that. And as a matter of fact, Latinos, we thought we was the closest with y'all. We allowed you to use the N word. Yeah, I think we're taking that back because you don't know the stigma of it. You want to think that something is yours. I got some of the dopest friends that are Hispanic, but there's a large group of people that they do not like us. All right, just imagine this, people. Imagine a world without the inventions of Black Americans. You could put those cell phones right on down. Put them down. Don't drive to work. Don't even get on the bus. We invented the engine. It's ours. That was stolen from us too. Ladies, you're on your period. You can only use tampons. We made pads, so you can't use those. Need to keep your food cold? Take the refrigerator off the list. That's ours too. Washer dryer, that's ours too. I don't know what you're gonna do. Beat your shit on the rock. Without Black Americans, this world would be quiet. There'd be no ingenuity. It's like the part of the worlds that were connected, America, that part that broke away, that was the part of civilization that were the inventors, the musicians, all the true artists. You don't hear me. I look at all this stuff that we got right now, and this burns me because I hate anybody. I love everybody. I wish we could get rid of racism, right? But we can't. If you are of color, you can't get rid of racism. White people, you the only ones that can do it. So what we doing? You gonna keep doing what your relatives been carrying on for centuries? Or are you guys gonna be the curse breakers for once? I don't think y'all hear me either. We need somebody to do something. There's gotta be a change. And everybody say, oh, once we took religion out of the schools, we needed to take religion out of schools because Christianity has ruined America. It's ruined the world. You know why? Yeah, we believe in God, but Christianity, no. See, all religions are man-made. That's why so many churches now are doing non-denominational because it makes more sense. All the religions are man-made, and you know man has flaws, so why would you follow a religion that was used to erase a group of people's whole existence? Yo, that shit hurt so bad, man. When I think about it the most, I think about what my people endured before slavery. Imagine one thing about that life, seeing certain things like in the Caribbean and in Mexico and stuff like that. If you are hungry, you'll always be fed. You're not gonna see that in their countries like that. If you're hungry and you say you want some fruit, and I got fruit trees, they always say, come on, pick what you want. Get what you need. Like, don't go crazy, but pick what you need. But guess what? Those trees are God's, whomever you pray to. That's how we used to live. Now there's a price tag on everything. Damn. The president is selling everything from Bibles to now he wants to sell medication. Imagine getting medication for somebody who definitely need medication. I listened to Pete Hagar talk to distinguished men and women that are generals and admirals, mostly men, of course. And they're military, so they're respectful. They're all looking forward. But if you could have read the bubbles over their head, it'd have been like, who the fuck does he think he is? He can't even spell that. The stuff he said, no more fat generals. Basically putting like a thing on no beards. So you know they allowed most Black men to have beards somewhat because their hair is naturally curly and they get ingrown hairs. And it's very painful, as you know. He wants that to stop. And if they don't want to do it, he's kicking them all out of the military. I promise you, this is something he said. He also wants it more manly. Did you see the video of him trying to do a pull-up? You cannot make this shit up. Look, I know I said a lot. After this, some of you probably won't like me. And it's okay. For the record, I love everybody. I just want everyone to know there is no one person that is better than anyone else. There is no superiority. Even though we know certain things, Black indigenous Americans are not saying it. Bad Bunny's coming to perform. And MAGA and other people are so pissed off. For what? Because Bad Bunny doesn't speak English. Everything's in Spanish. Or when you go to Mexico, it's like that. If you go to Puerto Rico, yeah, they speak English, but mostly it's Spanish. The music is Spanish. Hello, that's just what it is. See, the problem is America's not accustomed to being bilingual, and they should be. I know people that speak English and Creole, which is like a Haitian Creole. I also know people that speak English and a Cape Verdean Creole. My mother's family on her father's side, that's what they speak. So if you have any kids out there, make sure they're bilingual. They should be able to speak two languages at least. You go somewhere else, there's other kids speaking three, four languages. So at least if they could be bilingual, please make them bilingual so that they'll have an edge in the world. Everyone speaks English, but Americans only speak one language unless they come from a culture of different languages or they choose to learn the language. Anywho, I just wanted to talk. Those are all the things that were on my chest. And even though you may not like what I've said, because all it is stuff that you can look up, it's just, I don't know. White people, please think about what I said. Think about changing the direction of your family. If your uncle says something that's disrespectful to another group of people, let his ass know or stop coming around there. Do something. But we don't get down like that. In black households, we are not taught to hate anyone. Yeah, look, I still need you to get up. Yeah, you. Get up, get out, and know that we really need to become united. I'm just saying.